I'm Jeff Foxworthy, and this is the show that dares to ask the question, are you smarter than a fifth grader? That's right, we give adults a chance to stand up here and prove that they are, in fact, smarter than 10-year-olds, and if they can prove it, they can win $1 million. It's that easy. And this is our class, Laura, Kyle, Jacob, Alana, and Spencer. All right, class, you ready to meet our new student?
Yeah.
All right, he is a 35-year-old personal trainer who graduated from Lincoln Elementary in Grants Pass, Oregon. Please welcome Tim Maxwell. Hey, Tim, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
So you're a graduate of Lincoln Elementary, and I'm guessing this is a picture of you when you were there?
Yes, that would be me in, yeah, my class picture.
Did you have to get clearance from the flying nun to wear that shirt? I mean... All right, when you attended Lincoln Elementary, what were your best subjects?
My best subjects were probably social studies and, yeah, social studies.
Social studies.
Yeah.
You know, it's too bad we can't change all the subjects to social studies. All right, well, let me tell you something. These fifth graders are going to be taking the same quiz you're taking, and you're actually going to be able to cheat off of them during the test. We'll tell you about that in a minute, but pick a classmate. Let's get started.
Okay. I'm going to go with Alana.
Alana, come on up here. All right, Tim, let me tell you how we play this game. On the board, you're going to see 10 subjects. They range from the first grade through the fifth grade. Your first correct answer is worth $1,000. If you get the 10th question right, it is worth $500,000. Tim, when you blow through all of these, and I know you will, we'll give you an additional question on the board that is worth $1 million. And I know they're first grade through fifth grade questions, but if any point during the game the pressure gets to be too much, you can drop out of school, okay? You can take the money that you've bankrolled up to that point, you can leave us, but before you leave, you gotta promise me you will look into that camera and tell the world I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
I promise.
We got a deal, all right. Let's find out, is Tim Maxwell smarter than a fifth grader? Let's play the game. All right, Tim, there's your 10 subjects. Why don't you pick the first one for $1,000?
Okay. Jeff, I believe I am going to go with third grade U.S. geography.
Third grade U.S. geography. A lot of people start at the bottom and work their way up. You went ahead and tackled the 8-year-old question. I'm quite proud of you for that.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, for $1,000, Tim, here is your third grade U.S. geography question. What is the capital of Massachusetts? All right, so how you feeling about this one?
I'm feeling really good, Jeff.
All right, what do you think is the capital of Massachusetts for $1,000?
I believe the capital of Massachusetts is Boston.
Boston. Let's see what your classmates said. Alana said the capital of Massachusetts is Boston. You're both right. You got $1,000, Tim. All right, let's turn 1,000 into 2,000. Pick another subject.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go with second grade health.
Second grade health. For $2,000, Tim, here's the question. True or false? The small intestine is longer than the large intestine. True or false? You're kind of squinting like somebody looking at the sun, Tim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your classmate Alana has just locked in her answer. What are you thinking?
Okay. I'm thinking that this may be one of those questions that is kind of tricky. You would think small intestine.
I'll tell you this. We don't do trick questions for second graders, all right?
All right. Okay.
True or false, you got a 50-50 shot right off the bat.
It seems like the small intestine would be smaller than the large intestine, but from what I remember in school, I'm thinking that the small intestine is longer, so I am gonna say true.
Actually, remember from school, you know, they said if you actually uncoiled the small intestine, it actually will go to the moon and back like 4 times.
That's not true.
Okay, maybe I don't remember it right. You're right, that's not true. But the small intestine is longer than the large intestine. You have got $2,000. Congratulations. Problem is, she has to go sit down. Your classmates can only help you for 2 questions at a time. Pick another classmate, Tim.
I'm gonna go there in the back with Kyle.
Kyle, come on up here. How are you, Kyle?
I'm doing good. Jeff, how are you?
I got a question for you. How exactly does a person catch cooties?
Some girls.
Girls. So are girls the only carriers?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I'm a little worried, Tim. I haven't had my cootie shot this year. You got $2,000. We're playing for 5. Pick a subject.
Oh, let's see. Jeff, I'm gonna go with 3rd grade astronomy.
3rd grade astronomy. All right, Tim, here's the $5,000 question. What is another name for the North Star? Alpha, that would be the Georgia pronunciation. Alpha Centauri, Polaris, or Sirius? Your classmate Kyle has locked in his answer already. What are you thinking? I mean, did anything?
Yeah, Alpha Centauri kind of comes to mind just because it's alpha. It's kind of like the leader of the pack. North Star, big one. You can see it in the sky. But maybe it's Polaris. That's a real popular sounding name for a star.
You seem confused. Let me remind you how your classmates can help you.
You can cheat off of them twice during the game. Once, you may peek at their paper, which means you may see their answer. If you like it, you can use it. If you don't, you can go with your own. And once during the game, you may copy your classmate's paper, but if you copy, you must go with the answer they have written down, okay?
Okay.
And once during the game, they can save you, which means if you write down the wrong answer, but your classmate at the podium has written the right answer, they save you, you win the money, you continue on in the game. All right, so how you feeling about this one?
Yeah, I'm thinking that I may need to cheat on this. Astronomy was not one of my subjects.
Yes, we know, Tim. Anything other than social studies wasn't your good subject.
I think I'm gonna peek at Kyle's answer.
I want to peek at Kyle's paper.
Yeah.
The question is, what's another name for the North Star? Kyle said Polaris. What you thinking now?
I'm gonna go with Kyle's answer, Polaris.
I love this show. You're banking $5 grand on somebody that could be bribed with an ice cream sandwich.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we get along. You're a smart man. He's right. You got $5,000.
Polaris is another name for the North Star.
Ice cream sandwiches for everybody. We'll be back with more Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader right after this.
Coming up next, when Tim tries for 10 grand, he feels the weight of this classroom.
You're sweating a little bit.
Yeah, I am sweating.
Will his wits work out for him?
Oh.
Or leave him weak?
Oh, that doesn't make me feel good.
Find out next.
Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Our contestant, Tim Maxwell, has $5,000. We're about to try to turn it into 10,000. All right, Tim, let's pick another subject.
Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to go with first grade social studies,
First
Jeff.
grade social studies. Taking it down a notch.
Taking it down.
Your friends must be proud. For $10,000, here's the question. 5 of the U.S. federal holidays always fall on what day of the week? 5 of the U.S. federal holidays always fall on what day of the week? Kyle has already locked in with his answer.
Oh, that doesn't make me feel good. Doesn't make me feel good. Gosh. You've got Martin Luther King, that's on a Monday. You've got a couple others, I think, are on a Monday. I think I'm actually just going to go with Monday is the answer to this, Jeff. I'm going to lock that in, Jeff.
First grade question. And you're sweating a little bit.
Yeah, I am sweating a little bit.
Let's see what your classmate Kyle said. Kyle said Monday. You said Monday.
I said Monday.
Good news is that reinforces your answer. The bad news is if your answer's wrong, you go home with nothing. I will tell you this. The whole class said Monday because the answer is Monday. You got $10,000.
Way to go, Kyle. Woo. Nice.
Nice work, Kyle. All right, Tim, you got $10,000. It's time to choose another classmate.
Okay, let's see. Jeff, I'm going to go back to the back row there with Laura.
Laura, come on up here. Hello, Laura.
Hello.
Tim, you got $10,000.
Cool. Yes. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
You have 6 subjects remaining on the board for $25,000, and let me tell you why that's a big question, because you get this question right, no matter what happens the rest of the game, the minimum amount you can walk out of here with is $25,000. All right, pick a subject, Tim.
Okay, Laura, you look like an incredibly bright young woman. So,
Are you flirting with me?
oh.
I think he just wants $25,000.
So tell me, Laura, what are you good at? What subject?
I am good at animal science and social studies.
Animal science and social studies. Okay. I think I'm going to go for first grade animal science.
First grade animal science. All right, Mr. Tim, here's the $25,000 question. What is the largest animal in the world? What is the largest animal in the world? I'll tell you this. None of them are my relatives, but I do have 3 relatives in the top 10, all right? Your classmate Laura has locked in with her answer. You have $10,000, which you could walk out of here with right now.
Gosh, the first thing that came to mind, Jeff, was like an elephant. But I'm like thinking, maybe that's not it. So, gosh, I'm wondering if I should like take a cheat or if I should just go with my first guess, which they always taught you that in school, go with your first choice.
Well,
and elephant was the first thing that came to my mind. If for some reason I get it wrong, then I'm gonna trust that Laura has the right answer. So my answer is the largest animal in the world is the elephant.
Elephant. Tim, nobody over here said elephant.
Now I'm not feeling so hot, Jeff.
You have a second guess?
The only other thing that came to mind was a giraffe, just because of its
Giraffe.
neck.
You got a third guess?
Oh. It could be a whale.
You know what? It is a whale. If we wanted to be exact, it's a blue whale. If she didn't say whale, you're going home with nothing. For $25,000, may we please see what your 5th grade classmates said? Blue whale!
Yes! Way to go!
Woo-hoo!
Yes.
Woo! I love the next question. It's a $50,000 question, but it's almost a freebie because the worst thing that can happen is you leave with $25,000.
Okay. I'm
Get
good
it
with
right,
that.
you got $50,000. Pick a subject,
good.
and let's give her a whirl.
That was incredible. I am forever thankful to you. So I'm going to utilize your brains one more time. I'm going to go with 2nd grade social studies.
2nd grade social studies. All right, Tim, here is the $50,000 question. According to the U.S. Constitution, the president is part of which of the 3 branches of government? According to the U.S. Constitution, the president is part of which of the 3 branches of government? What's going through your head?
Jeff, on that day in class when they went over the U.S. government, I was there, I was present, and I was paying attention.
Oh.
So I am 99.9% confident that the president is part of the executive branch.
I gotta show you something. Spencer said executive, and there are the branches of the government.
Nice.
You remember the other 2 branches?
I do, Jeff. The other 2 branches would be the judicial branch and the legislative branch.
You were paying attention that day because you're absolutely right. You got $50,000.
The president is part of the executive branch.
Thank you very much.
We're about to play for $100,000. You need to select another classmate.
Let's see. I really appreciated Spencer's drawings. That was really cool. So I'm going to go with Spencer.
Spencer! You have $50,000.
You have Spencer here that you can cheat off of.
We're about to play for $100,000. Pick a subject, Tim.
Okay, Spencer, I'm going to ask you the same question. What are you good at?
Well, my best 2 subjects up there are math and physical sciences, but I'm best at physical sciences.
Oh, hallelujah. Because physical sciences and math are 2 of my worst. So I think I'm going to go with 4th grade math.
4th grade math. For $100,000, our 4th grade math question is coming up right after this break. Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Our contestant, Tim Maxwell, has got $50,000. He has selected 4th grade math as his $100,000 question. You have 1 cheat left. For $100,000, let's see the question. The supplementary angle of a 40-degree angle has how many degrees? The supplementary angle of a 40-degree angle has how many degrees? Looks like your temperature is going up a few degrees here, Tim. The supplementary angle of a 40-degree angle has how many degrees? Spencer has locked in his answer. What are you thinking, Tim?
Oh boy, I'm not thinking a whole lot right now, Jeff. I'm thinking that I have no idea what that is. I understand 40 and I understand degree. That's about it.
You've got $50,000.
I am,
You can walk out of here with $50,000. You could copy your 5th grade partner's paper. If you copy it and he's wrong, you drop down to $25,000.
oh boy, this is a hard decision. I am going to go with Spencer's answer. I'm going to call.
You chose to go with a fifth grader. You know what a supplementary angle is?
I have no idea.
I didn't know either. It's angles that add up to 180 degrees. Let's see what the 4 fifth graders over here said. 40, 140, 140, and 160. Tim, I told you could walk out of here with $50,000. Supplementary angles need to add up to 180, which means the correct answer is
Oh, you're asking me?
yeah.
Okay. All right, sorry. Having a moment. Okay, that would be 140.
That's the right answer. If he wrote 140, you have $100,000. If he didn't, you gave back $25,000. Can we see Spencer's answer? Spencer said 40. Tim, I'm so sorry. $25,000 is still a lot of money. Still a lot of money. 25 grand more than you came here with today. Remember our little handshake?
Yep.
Remember our little deal?
I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
We'll be back right after this. Congratulations, 25 grand's a good day's work. All right, class, you ready to meet our new student?
Yeah.
She is a 37-year-old stay-at-home mom who graduated from Granada Elementary School. Please welcome Tracy Bowman. Hello, Tracy.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling energetic and excited, and I just can't believe I'm here.
All right. Now, these fifth graders over here are going to take the same quiz that you are taking, and actually, you're going to be able to cheat off of them as the game goes on. Cool, huh?
Cheating's cool.
Pick a classmate. Cheating is not cool. Tracy said that, not me. Pick a classmate and let's get started.
Okay, let's see. I want Spencer.
Spencer!
Yeah, let's go.
Now, Tracy.
Okay.
If at any point during the game you feel like answering questions normally asked of 6 through 10-year-olds is too difficult, you can drop out with whatever money you've bankrolled up to that point,
Okay.
and you can go home. But before you leave us, you have to promise me you will look into that camera and tell the entire world I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
Okay.
We have a deal? All
Deal.
right, Tracy, let's find out. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Let's play the game. Well, Tracy, you want to pick a subject?
Okay. Well, let me ask you, Spencer.
I am good at science and math.
Spencer said
Science
he
and
likes
math?
science and math.
Okay. Let's take 4th grade math.
4th grade math. You went with 4th grade math. I admire your courage because that's a 9-year-old question. For $1,000, may we see a 4th grade math question. What is the reciprocal of 3/4? What is the reciprocal of 3/4? All right, well, what's your thought on this?
My thought is that I do remember that the reciprocal would be the opposite. You would change the numbers around, so it would be 4/3.
That's what you believe.
That's my answer, yes. 4/3. Am I right? Am I right?
Now, if it's not 4/3, You got to hope Spencer bails you out.
Okay.
Can we see Spencer's answer? Spencer said 4/3, meaning if you're wrong, Spencer's wrong.
I feel pretty confident.
You do, you ought to, because you have $1,000.
I'm pretty smart.
You did very well, Tracy. All right, you have $1,000. Pick another subject. Let's play for $2,000.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. I'm gonna try first grade spelling.
First grade spelling. All right, for $2,000, let's see the first grade spelling question. How many of the words for the numbers 1 through 10 have 5 letters? How many of the words for the numbers 1 through 10 have 5 letters? Spencer has locked in already.
Okay. I know it's not 1, it's not 2, there's 3, not 4, 5. Let's see.
Tracy, it
Not
looks like the
4.
light in your Easy Bake Oven is flickering a little bit.
Well, you know. Okay, fine. 7 and 8. Yeah. Okay. I got it. I'm ready.
You ready?
My answer is 3.
3. The question was how many of the words for the numbers 1 through 10 have 5 letters? You said 3. You have $2,000. Now, who are you doing the woo-woos to? Oh, your
My
family is here.
Yeah. Yeah. My teenage daughter is looking at some new clothes right now.
Oh, very nice. So you have 3 girls.
I have 3 girls, and my son couldn't make it.
And your husband is just sitting right
This is Jeff.
Jeff, how are you, Jeff?
Hi, Jeff.
My wonderful husband who lives with all of us girls.
You're kind of in the middle of the estrogen ocean right now, Jeff.
Exactly.
I understand the feeling. I have 2 daughters myself, and you have $2,000.
Yeah.
How about that? All right, pick another classmate.
I'm going for Kyle.
Kyle, come on up, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. All right, Kyle.
You got $2,000. Let's turn it into $5,000. Pick a subject, Tracy.
Okay. Kyle, what subject do you like the best?
I like history, science, social studies, and astronomy.
Woo! I did good.
He's kind of a Renaissance
I did
man.
good. Okay. Goodness gracious. I don't want science. How about 3rd grade U.S. history?
3rd grade.
Yeah.
U.S. history.
Is that good?
All right, Tracy, the $5,000 question is, in what U.S. state was the Civil War Battle of Gettysburg fought? Your classmate has locked in his answer.
Okay. I know this, I just have to think about it. Okay.
Okay.
Gettysburg, Lincoln, he did the Okay.
Tracy, you have 2
Yes.
cheats left.
I know this. Okay, the Civil
You can copy
War
Kyle's paper.
Battle of
You can
Gettysburg.
peek at Kyle's paper.
Gettysburg fought. Yeah?
Here's the good thing. If you just guess, you've got a 1 in 50 chance of getting it right.
Somewhere in the South or, yeah, I want to say Virginia. Would it be in Nebraska? No. Well, I think I should take a peek.
You want to peek at Kyle's paper?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a peek at Kyle's paper.
All right. May we please see what Kyle said and what U.S. state was the Civil War Battle of Gettysburg fought? Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
I don't think it's spelling correctly.
It's not a spelling question. You're okay.
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, Kyle looks like a pretty smart kid, and, you know, he seems pretty confident. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to say Pennsylvania. Please.
You're trusting him.
I'm trusting you, Kyle.
You have good taste because he's right. You got $5,000. We're playing for $10,000 right after this. Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Our contestant, Tracy Bowman, has $5,000.
I can use that.
Pick another subject and turn 5,000 into 10,000, Tracy. Hold on, Tracy, before you pick, I'm looking over. Now, Jeff's got to know you pretty well. How long have y'all been married, Jeff?
Almost 11 years.
Almost 11 years. Out of the subjects on the board, what do you think she ought to go with?
First grade earth science.
First grade earth science.
Okay, you're going to pay for that one.
Yeah, it's funny on TV, but it won't be quite so funny when you get home, will it, Jeff?
That's right.
All right. He said you ought to go for the first grade question. What do you think, Tracy?
Well, I'll do what he says. So I'll say first grade earth science.
First grade earth science for $10,000. Tracy, here's your question. The period of daylight saving time includes which one of the 4 seasons in its entirety?
Okay.
Your classmate Kyle has locked in his answer. What are you thinking,
Wow.
Tracy? Do you have an idea
I'm
on
thinking
this?
Kyle answered that really fast. Okay, well, there's winter, spring, summer, and fall. Well, I know there's spring forward and fall back. See, the problem is, I'm not really sure what that period is.
That kind of makes the question a little more difficult.
I'm thinking it's winter.
You can walk away with $5,000 right now.
Okay, I'm gonna say winter. No. Yeah? Oh my God.
Your kids disagreed. Let's see what the class said.
Spencer said summer. May we please see what Alana said? Alana said fall. Out of curiosity, what Jacob say? Spring. How you feeling, Tracy?
I'm feeling like a loser right now.
All right, you want to see what Kyle said?
Sure.
Kyle said summer. Tracy, I will tell you this. You're wrong. Kyle is right, and you have $10,000. You've been saved by a 10-year-old.
Summer takes place entirely during daylight savings time.
That's a nice job, Kyle.
Oh my God.
You've got $10,000. You're playing for $25,000. You only have one cheat left. Pick another classmate.
Laura!
Laura, come on up.
Come on, Laura.
You've got $10,000. Good thing about the $25,000 question, you get this question right no matter what happens the rest of the game. The minimum amount you can leave with is $25,000. Okay?
Yeah! We can do this!
Tracy, pick a subject.
Let's go with second grade health.
Second grade health. Tracy, your $25,000 question is, typical people have how many baby teeth as kids? 20, 24, or 28? You have how many kids? 4?
Yeah, I do.
You've lived through this.
I don't think I ever sat down and actually counted them all.
Your classmate has locked in her answer.
Okay, okay. I have to. Hold on. No, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
Tracy,
okay.
you've got a little something.
I think I got it. Okay. I think it's.
You can drop out. You've got $10,000.
I'm not dropping out.
Okay.
I have a good feeling that
you're
it's 24.
basing $10,000 on your fingers being in your mouth.
I'm not.
You know you have a cheat left. You can copy Laura's paper.
I do, and I feel like doing that. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. I think I'm going to copy Laura. Put my faith in her. Put my faith in her.
You're putting all your faith in a 10-year-old.
I want to get over the lump here.
We're going to reveal whether that was a wise decision and you have $25,000 or you're going home with nothing.
No.
Right after this.
I'm so nervous.
We're back. Our contestant, Tracy Bowman, has $10,000. She's playing for $25,000. She has put all her faith in her 10-year-old classmate. The question is, typical people have how many baby teeth as kids? Now, what would you have guessed?
I would have guessed that it was B, 24.
B, 24?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. That's not what Laura has. May we please see Laura's answer? She said 20. She makes most of her income from the tooth fairy. And she's right. You have $25,000.
Oh my
Humans
God.
typically have 20 baby teeth.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Laura, great job.
Yeah, we got some good kids here.
The good news is you have $25,000. The bad news is you have no more cheats left,
I know.
which means your classmates can't come up here and help you anymore.
Okay.
The next question is worth $50,000. Tracy, it's almost a free question because the worst thing that can happen is you go home with $25,000, okay?
Okay.
Best thing that can happen
can't believe it.
is you have $50,000.
Okay.
Pick a subject, Tracy.
All right. Okay, it seems kind of obvious to me that I should pick second grade measurements.
Second grade measurements.
Yeah.
For $50,000, the second grade measurements question is, how many meters are in a kilometer? How many meters are in a kilometer? Now, do you know what a kilometer is?
I saw it on the GPS, you know, in the car. But I had to change it to miles because I didn't get it. So, I know that a meter is it, no, I think it's 3 yards.
You know what? I hope you're not driving in Europe anytime soon.
Trying to think. Latin root. Kilo.
It's okay, Tracy. Most of my relatives think a kilometer is the part of the car that counts how many squirrels you've run over.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna guess 100. It was between 100 and 1,000.
Before I reveal the correct answer, let me ask your family, how do you feel about Tracy's answer?
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Wrong.
Jeff, What do you think the right answer is?
I think it's 1,000.
I got bad news. He's right.
He's always right.
But you have $25,000. And that's what you tell him when you get home and he goes, I was right, and you go, I have $25,000. Remember the promise you made to me at the top of the show?
What was that?
About looking into the camera?
Yes.
And saying it to the world. Let's hear it, Tracy.
I'm not smarter than a 5th grader.
But you've been a great contestant. $25,000. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. And we'll see you next